A lot of people that are on Social Security today that are legal U.S. citizens should be pissed the off. Excuse my language. People out there holding these stupid ass signs protesting should be pissed at the Democrats.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk and the Doge team tackling fraud in Social Security, vowing to end schemes that are draining taxpayer dollars.
As the saying goes, the wheels of justice turn slowly but surely. And I think probably the person that stole 400,000 Social Security numbers, at least, maybe more, will be arrested hopefully this week.
In 21, you see 270,000 people, goes all the way to 2.1 million in 24. These are non-citizens that are getting Social Security numbers.
Yeah, this is a mind-blowing chart.
We went there to find fraud, and we found this by accident.
Oh my God.
Valor CEO and Doge volunteer Antonio Gracias, the guy you just saw, was just with Musk in Wisconsin over the weekend. He joins us from the North Lawn. Antonio, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve.
That's a jaw-dropping number. Where did all those people come from?
Well, it made my jaw drop too when I saw it. We were in Social Security looking for fraud, waste, and abuse. And to do that, we actually looked at the enumeration system, the system by which people get numbers in America. And we found that there were just about 5+ million of them that came into the country as illegals, were giving various forms of parole or allowed in the country, and they got through an automatic system, Social Security numbers, so they get into our benefit systems. And we tracked that through and found that they were on the benefit programs. And just because we were curious, we then looked to see if they were on the voter rolls. And we found in a handful of cooperative states that there were thousands of them on the voter rolls, and that many of them had voted.
That's crazy, because you cannot vote in a federal election, but I think in certain local elections you can. But, once you get a Social Security number, that helps you do a lot of stuff. I know, Antonio, part of this started with a program from, I think, 2017 that got started, where if people came into the country and they were authorized to work, they would automatically give them a number. But, Elon was talking a little bit about how 400,000 Social Security numbers were stolen. It was one person. What can you tell us about that?
That's interesting to hear. I didn't even hear about this until now, and this is a couple days old. But 400,000, and if you saw the chart, where are we at, 216? If you saw the chart, 2021, the entire presidency of Biden's administration did this. They knew what they were doing. They weren't, they're stupid, but they weren't that stupid. They knew what they were doing, but they didn't know that Doge would come into existence to expose their corruption of what they were doing. This isn't just fraud. This is a lot bigger than we thought. This is showing that the Biden administration not only allowed illegal immigrants to come into this country, but they found a way to get them Social Security numbers. That way they can get Social Security. A lot of people that are on Social Security today that are legal U.S. citizens should be pissed the fuck off. Excuse my language, but you should be furious at this. People out there holding these stupid ass signs protesting should be pissed at the Democrats for allowing this to happen. They should be thanking the least Elon Musk for helping introduce us into Doge, into finding this information out. They weren't lying when they said that our government may cease to exist if everything the way it has been going continues to happen. We would not be a country anymore. This country's so fucked up I can't even speak right. But we have people in place now that are reorganizing the government, making it smaller to help the American people as a whole. There will be a time again where we're going to encourage more people in other countries to become citizens here legally the right way. It's going to take time, but right now we have to be very abrasive in what we're doing.
So I don't know how much I can tell you, but we did find as we looked through the programs, a particular employee that had actually sent themselves Social Security numbers through their email for reasons we don't understand, but clearly nefarious.
Death penalty.
It does
Fuck
sound like
that.
it. So let me ask you this, Antonio. Have you figured
You're messing
out,
with American lives.
You saw these millions of people, non-citizens, on the Social Security rolls. Did they get benefits?
Yes, we actually tracked them through the benefit programs. We found them in virtually all the benefit programs. And one statistic for you is we found 1.3 million of them on Medicare.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen to those people?
Look, we referred people that were registered to vote to
system.
federal crime and people that voted to ICE, to DHS, and to the DOJ. They've committed to prosecute. And I think it's super important to point out here that none of this would have happened without President Trump. I mean, President Trump had the courage to allow us to go across databases. He signed an executive order. It's never been done before, where agencies could talk to each other and databases could talk to each other. That allowed us to connect all this data to find these people across the system, across the benefit systems, all the way to the voting records.
Yeah.
It really took a lot of courage.
Hey, Antonio, you know, you're a big shot business guy. You know what you're doing in your business. When you went in, I can't think of the last time somebody essentially audited the Social Security Administration, aside from the federal government. But, you know, they've got all these kind of antiquated, crazy rules. Like, I know you uncovered millions of people over the age of 120 and just recently kicked them off the rolls, right?
Yes, that's correct. We did an audit of the entire system, enumeration system for Social Security. And look, the reality is the people in the government know this. There are many, very good people that are helping us. We couldn't have found this stuff without them. We need them to point us in the right direction, and then we looked at the data. So, you know, if you ask people the right questions, they will give you the answers, and they want to help.
Yeah. Antonio, exit question for you. Given all of the abuses you've already found and these people who are getting federal benefits who should not, do you have a price tag on how much you guys are saving the American taxpayer just from Social Security?
I mean, look, it's in the billions. You know, you saw the fraud on the phone lines itself. That was about $1.5 billion. And I would guess at Social Security already we're north of $10 billion.
Ridiculous.
Okay.
My biggest question in all of this is, okay, they found 120-year-olds and up to 130-something-year-old people that don't exist were getting Social Security benefits. Where was this money actually going? This is something that is not making sense to me, and I have not heard anyone on the internet talk about this. If you know, if you've heard, please leave it in the comments below. Where is this money going to? Is this going to dead people's bank accounts? What bank is holding this money? If there's money that's going, this is the part that's not making any sense to me. When it comes to the Social Security going to 130-year-old people that don't exist or aren't alive, where exactly is this money? So if there was somebody in the government or somebody at the Social Security office that said, hey, you know what, I could figure out a way to steal some Social Security by making up a person, or, oh, that person's dead already, let's just keep giving them Social Security but reroute it to my bank account or a different bank account that fund, try to do something illegal. I don't know. Where is this money? That's why they got to find the paper trail, because whoever's in charge of redirecting the money of this Social Security, it's not making any sense to me. I feel like we're only getting the gist of the information. Okay, yes, you guys found waste in Social Security. Okay, who specifically? I'd like to know. As an American taxpayer, I'd like to know who exactly has been doing this. They need to be exposed to the American people. They're definitely going to go through a whole court system when they find out who it is, unless they off themselves, because they know they're going to be in a deep shit trouble when they find out who it is, or if it's groups of people that have stolen money from the American people, the hardworking people. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Till next time, peace out, everybody.